Okay, you know that feeling, right? It's late at night, you have this brilliant idea for an app, you can see it perfectly in your head, and then that feeling sinks in. But I don't know how to code. Well, what if I told you that's not a problem anymore? Today, we're going to dive into something called vibe coding, and it's about to change everything. This. This is the thought that stops so many amazing ideas right in their tracks. It's like hitting a brick wall. It's super frustrating, isn't it? But what if you could just talk your way through that wall, using just your words? That's pretty much the magic of vibe coding. Seriously, forget all that complicated code stuff. Just imagine you're sitting down and describing your app idea to a friend. A friend who happens to be a super smart, lightning-fast builder who creates it for you as you speak. Suddenly, that barrier between your idea and a real working thing just melts away.
And I'm not kidding. By the end of this, you will have actually built your first app. No tricks, no fine print. You're about to become a creator. So you ready? Let's do this.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about what you need to get started. And I promise, it doesn't involve building a supercomputer in your basement or anything crazy like that. So a lot of us think you need this whole setup, right? A computer science degree, super expensive software, a pile of coding textbooks that could double as a doorstop. But nope, look at what you actually need. A laptop, a web browser, and that idea that's been bouncing around in your head. That's it. You can officially cancel that plan to learn code while all your friends are out having fun. Now, if you Google AI tools, you're going to get hit with a tidal wave of options. It's so easy to get overwhelmed and just close the tab. So to avoid that whole analysis paralysis thing, we're going to pick just one simple, powerful, and totally free tool to be our magic wand. We're going with Google AI Studio's build mode. And the reason is simple. There's basically zero friction. It's free. There's nothing to install. And if you have a Google account, you already have access. We're all about knocking down barriers today. And this tool is basically a bulldozer. And getting there couldn't be easier. Just head to that website, look for the build button on the left-hand side, give it a click, and bam, you're in. What you're looking at right now, this is your new canvas. This simple little box is your entire workshop. So you're looking at that blinking cursor, now what? Well, this is the most important part. The skill you need isn't about code, it's about conversation. It's all about getting good at asking for exactly what you want. Just look at the difference here. On the left, make a calculator. I mean, the AI is smart, but it's not a mind reader. It's gonna have to guess. But now look at the one on the right, it's specific. It says what kind of calculator, what buttons it needs, what it should show. You're giving the AI a clear roadmap, and that makes all the difference. So just keep these little tips in mind. Be clear. You don't need to write a whole novel. And here's a real pro move. End your prompt by saying something like, "Ask me questions if you need more details." That one little sentence turns it from a command into a real collaboration. Okay, super important heads up. The very first thing the AI makes for you, it's probably not going to be perfect. It might even be a little weird. And that is totally okay. You know how the first pancake you make is always kind of wonky? It's like that. This is just part of the process, not a sign you did something wrong. Think of it like a cycle. You give a prompt, you see what it comes up with, and then you give feedback to kind of nudge it in the right direction. And by nudge, I just mean you're gently guiding it. It's less like you're barking orders and more like you're steering a ship. And that feedback is just plain English. You don't need any technical jargon. If you want the background to be blue, you just say, "Can you change the background to light blue?" If something's broken, you just say, "Hey, that button is broken. Can you fix it?" It really is that straightforward. All right, enough theory. Let's actually build something together, right here, right now. You're about to see just how fast an idea can go from being in your head to being a real thing on your screen. So we're going to use that same specific prompt we looked at earlier. We're telling it exactly what parts we want and what they should do. Okay, let's hit send and see what it cooks up for us. And there we go, version 1. Now, look, it's not going to win any design awards. Let's be real, it's pretty plain. But here's the amazing part. It actually works. The buttons do what we ask them to do. We have a solid, functional foundation to build on. That's a huge win. All right, time for our first nudge. We're going to give it some simple visual feedback. And notice how we're starting with great start. It actually helps to think of this as a creative partner, not just some machine. A little encouragement goes a long way. And boom, just like that, it made the changes. The title is bigger, it's centered, the buttons are green. The whole thing just instantly looks a little better, a little more polished. It's amazing how fast you can make these tweaks. Okay, one last finishing touch. That final number is the most important part, so we want it to pop. We'll just ask it to make the total bill bold and a little bigger. Again, just a simple, clear request. And there you have it, a finished app. It looks good, it works exactly like we wanted, and we built the whole thing with just 3 sentences. We didn't write a single line of code. How cool is that?
So what does this all mean? It means that old feeling of, I have a great idea, but I can't code, it's over. It's obsolete. The barrier is gone. You now have the skill and you know the tool to start building whatever you want.
So here's your mission, if you choose to accept it. As soon as this is done, open up AI Studio and just build one tiny thing. It could be an app that gives you a random dad joke or a simple to-do list. The point isn't to build the next Instagram, the point is to just start the conversation. Because once you realize that building something amazing is really just about having a good conversation, the only thing left limiting you is your own imagination. So my question for you is, what are you going to build first?